All right, let's jump right in. We're about to tackle a tool that is, no joke, a secret weapon for any support engineer. We're talking about the Chrome DevTools Network Tab. This thing is going to be your best friend for figuring out those really tricky front-end issues.
So you get the ticket, we've all seen it. A user says, I click the login button and nothing. It just sits there. There's no error message, no pop-up, just nothing. It's a total black box, right? So where do you possibly start looking for clues?
Well, your best tool is definitely not asking the user to clear their cache for the 5th time. It's this. The Network tab is basically the crime scene for web problems. It records every single thing that happens between the user's browser and the servers, giving you a perfect log of what went wrong and when.
Okay, but when you first open that Network tab, it can feel like a lot. You're just hit with this flood of information, and it can be pretty overwhelming. So the first step in any good investigation is to clear out all the noise and find the actual evidence.
This is how you instantly cut through all that clutter. First, obviously, you open the tab. But then, you're going to click that Fetch/XHR button. This is huge. It basically hides all the distracting stuff like images and styles and shows you only the data requests. You know, the API calls that actually make the application tick. After that, it's super easy to search for a specific endpoint, like /login, or even filter by a status code if you've got a hunch.
So, once you've filtered that list down and you've found your prime suspect, that one network request that just looks off, it's time for the interrogation. We got to look inside and see what exactly it's been up to.
The Headers tab, think of this as the request's ID card. It's got all the vital stats, the full URL it went to, the method, like get or post, and most importantly, the status code. Honestly, that little number is often your first and biggest clue.
Next up, the Payload tab. This one's so important because it shows you the exact data that the user's browser sent to the server. So for our login problem, this is where you'd see the username and password they typed in. You can instantly check if the right info is even being sent in the first place.
And of course, a conversation has two sides. The Response tab shows you what the server said back. If something went wrong, this is usually where you'll find a nice, detailed error message, probably in JSON format. It's not just a code, it's the server telling you its side of the story.
So, now we have the what, but sometimes the problem isn't what happened, but when it happened, or more like how long it took. This brings us to the timeline. The Network tab is also an amazing tool for spotting performance issues and delays.
The waterfall chart is that timeline. Every bar is a single request, and you can see exactly when it started and how long it took. Just a quick glance here can show you if one slow API call is causing a huge bottleneck for everything else.
And inside that waterfall, there's one metric you absolutely need to know: time to first byte, or TTFB. This isn't about download speed. It's all about how long the browser was just sitting there waiting for the server to even start talking back. It's the server's reaction time.
And here's why that matters to you. If you see a really long waiting TTFB time, you've found your smoking gun. That tells you the problem isn't the user's internet. It's a slow or overloaded server. And now you have actual evidence you can take to the backend team. Okay, let's put it all together. We're going back to our original mystery. The user clicks the login button and gets silence. It is time to crack this case wide open. So we put our plan into action. We open the Network tab, hit that Fetch/XHR filter, and bam, we immediately see a request going to API/login. We click on it to take a closer look. Our eyes go right to the columns, and there it is, in plain sight, our number one clue. Boom, a 401 unauthorized status. See, this isn't some generic error. It's a very specific message from the server that says, I see your request, but you don't have permission to do this. The button didn't do nothing. It tried to log in, and the server actively rejected it. We've solved it. But finding the problem? That's only half the battle. To be a top-tier support engineer, you need to give your findings to the dev team in a way that is clear, actionable, and most importantly, super easy for them to reproduce.
And this is the real magic trick. You don't send a screenshot. You right-click on that failed 401 request, you go down to Copy, and you choose Copy as CURL. This copies the entire request, headers, payload, everything, into one single line of text that a developer can just paste into their terminal to see the exact same error instantly.
I mean, just think about how powerful that is. You've just turned a vague, frustrating report like it doesn't work into a perfectly documented 100% reproducible bug ticket. You just became the most effective bridge between the user and the developer.
You now have the tools of a digital detective. The next time you see a ticket about a button that does nothing or a page that won't load, you'll know exactly where to start digging. So, the only question left is, what mysteries are you going to solve next?